Now I'm trying to understand who is it that is so angry that you just go around shooting? Why is it that we can't handle our business or whatever differences we have like human beings? I think it's just a little bit too much because you can't live in fear. It's too much for the heart. Now I just sit down and I try to think about all of this, and nobody's. I wrote a book about how the world had changed, and when people went out into the world, there was absolutely nothing left. No animals, no anything, because the world had already destroyed itself just that much. And when you have to really like be in populated areas to go out, but then even if you're out, that's a risk. Even if you're in your homes, that's a risk. So we say, well, let's go out and protest in the streets. Then you're trapped out in the streets. So how in the world do you begin to deal with your own mess? That's what I'm trying to understand. If you've done something to someone, or if someone has done something to you, why are you not able to handle your situations like adults? What would be the need in gunfire unless you're a completely far gone individual? And whatever took you to such means, you can't blame other people for a decision that you may have made on your own, perhaps. When you run outside and say, well, I can't handle it anymore, let's just all meet in the streets and just protest. Because now something has ran you out of your community, ran you out of your home. Now you're just stuck in the street. What does that say about humanity? And how can humanity expect anything to be resolved? When we have our grievances, we have grievances usually among friends and people that we know. And if you have all these grievances with people that you know, why do you know these people? You mean to tell me you can't talk to someone without all of your information being twisted? There's no one you can trust to have a conversation with?
Oh, really good at the ocean.
I think that's unbelievable. Because how do you gain so many enemies and you can't even really travel that many places? Because you're too economically deprived. When nations occur enemies, usually they've met up somewhere. You're just going outside. This is Marie right now. And let me tell you about Marie. Marie is a fighter. Marie has to escape whatever is there. Why? Because that's the reason Marie exists. She's from a very, very dark place inside humanity. Trying to make sense of the past and the future. Marie is very cityfied. I know from living in the city, you're going to have gunshots a lot. And anytime you're hearing sirens, if you're hearing those sirens go off at least every minute, that's it. Once those sirens begin and you begin to live in War 2 or 3 or whatever else is over. And when the ambulance become a main priority to your business structure as a town or city, something is wrong. If you're just going around shooting people because you're angry and you cannot resolve your differences, you must learn to deal with the people that you live with in this world. You can't offend someone and expect them not to be offended? Why do we have to pick up weapons, guns at one another, and we have to live in this universe together? Why do you feel that you need to express yourself with a gun and the other person needs to express themselves with a microphone? What gives you the right to not have the responsibility to behave like a human being? You shouldn't be allowed to escape from that responsibility, and that's the problem. We've turned into some type of non caring people that can only solve our problems through war, weapons, harming each other, destroying one another. And in the end, what is the reason? Are you going to truly get to enjoy all of that? How? How are you going to get to enjoy such a lifestyle, such an evil lifestyle where you don't want anyone else to enjoy life, only you? So that means you want to be here alone by yourself with nobody else, no other form of life or anything. So that means how cold hearted of an individual can you be? You say, I want you to live under this gunfire. Forget about whatever else it is that you believe in. I want you to live under this gunfire. And when I'm angry, this is how I will express the law. I don't think we sometimes think about anything. We just think about the now. And we become so forgetful about consequences, the aftermath. A lot of us are just completely selfish. Why do you think your life is so much more important than my life here too? And who's the one at fault if you can't learn to allow other people to live and breathe the same air as you live and breathe? An offense to a person is, if you violated a person, what do you expect them to do? Going to the police all of the time is not always the only thing that you can do. When your life is against the line, you have to make a decision. Do I want to get out of this or do I want to call the police? And how can you allow your life to just be suffocated and just to live in fear because someone says, well, you're going to live under my gunfire. You're going to live under what I say that you are going to do. Forget about whatever that is that you call yourself, you believe in, and your standards and your morals that you live by. It's like my character Zumba, who searches this world for souls and he becomes their gods because of something that they just completely was oblivious to and did not care about, which by default makes him their god. So you want to be Zumba? Is that it? Is it that you want to be Zumba and you're upset? I mean, what makes you think you should have all the control over someone's life that you first off violated? You had no business even bothering this person. We don't have any boundaries anymore. We don't have boundaries. What gives you the right to violate a person and take over their entire life? No more anything. So what's the need in doing all of these things every day and you can't enjoy any of it? I don't see where it makes any sense. What has consumed you in life to where you have hatred towards seeing people who are alive and appreciative? And why you can't, I mean, let me tell you straight up. I do not deal or talk to people that I don't really truly know. And if I said something and it got back to you, it is through someone that I truly know. Because it is not my intentions to destroy or belittle anybody's character. But you cannot violate a person and not expect them to respond. That is not sane. What also is not saying is not what also is very questionable is not fighting for yourself, fighting for your rights, fighting for your abilities to fight back. Because that's wrong. You cannot violate a person to the highest extent of the law and expect them to just sit there and be hush hush about it. That's not, you can't do that to one person. Talk about two people every week or three people every week. Because it does because it's not in line with righteousness. You can't just expect me to live in fear because you took control of my life a long time ago. So I'm not supposed to wake up because you want control of my life? I'm not supposed to make a move because you want total control of my life? Because you've been able to bamboozle everybody else. And you're upset at this point because you're like, well, I'm still trying to bamboozle you. Why do you think you should be able to bamboozle me? Did I try to bamboozle you? Did I entice you in any way? Did I make you think that this was something that it was not? So how would I be trying to bamboozle you? You want control of something you do not own. And I pray there's no mercy from the owner. Because you're saying that you are in charge. Yes, you're in charge of your life, but you're not in charge of my life. It's not going to work out. So who's going to sit here and be afraid because you want to walk around and shoot guns all day into the night? Because you have lost the ability to behave in society. Why would you let anything take you off to that deep end to where you can no longer behave in society? We know people that can't behave in society. Those are the people who are running around shooting people for no reason, taking the car and just running over people or plowing people down for no reason. People they don't even know, never had a conversation with. Had they had a conversation, they may have been able to resolve it. But because you are no longer in touch or intact with life, you don't understand these type of reasons for why people connect. If we weren't supposed to be able to connect for a reason, we wouldn't be able to connect. Why do you want to just be off in the deep end? I mean, so far gone to where you're like, well, I see where this is going. We're not getting anywhere here. You want all of the control, and you're not even concerned with your life. You want control of somebody else's life because you violated that person. Well, I violated you, and that makes you mine now. Hey, I violated you. You're mine now. It's some type of deranged disease. And you're upset with someone that did absolutely nothing actually to you. You were the 100% aggressor. And you still are out there behaving like it's all about you, all about your world, all about what you decided. Life does not go on that way. I think that's the meanest thing you can do to a person. to just absolutely take a person's life because you think you have the right to do that. And chances are, if you are that bold in your moves, it's not the first person whose life you've taken or is trying to take. If you're that bold and you're so sure that this person has absolutely no one to protect them, have you filtered? Does that mean you filtered out everybody in that person's channel? Why you are so sure this person has absolutely no one to come to their defense? Because you've destroyed every home, because you've destroyed every possibility and every opportunity. Could this be the reason why you have no problem with getting your guns and taking control of the streets, community, households? It's like when I first saw Hotel Rwanda. Hotel Rwanda was the most frightening thing I had ever seen in my life because I had never seen that. I had never seen people come together in fear in such a way. And when the generals were all out riding, telling everyone to get in the house. Because I had never seen authority by black people, actually. And I had never seen black people come together in such fear. And I had never seen black people destroy one another in that way either. So when I saw Hotel Rwanda, that was a very new awakening for me. But here we're in cities and we're in towns and we're in these different types of places. And we have these different views on politics also. So exactly where are we going with this? All because you want to rule somebody else's life? You just want to be in control of somebody else's life so bad that you even don't care about your own life. That's very disturbing. You just absolutely do not care because you have taken away every absolute possibility there is for this person to redeem themselves or I don't even want to use the word retaliate because I don't even know what is it? And that's when you have to really say that's the worst war of all. Because that's the most tiresome war it is being in spiritual warfare when your enemy is right behind your back and takes circles around your face. And you can't understand what is this person here for. You feel the effects and effects of dealing with them, but you still are not certain what is it. Why would we go in the streets to protest my friendship with you or to discuss our family business? Because I mean, who are we fighting? And if you say strange people are just doing these things, I'm very sure these strange people know someone that you know. So how could that even make sense? You're just fighting. You're just fighting back. You're just fighting yourselves, ourselves. We're just fighting ourselves back and forth because you're fighting you, and you want the person who you are victimizing to just lock themselves up with you. And it's probably 9 times out of 10 not the first time you've done it. It's something that you do. Because with all that you've gotten away with, you feel you have that power now to redeem it on someone else, for someone else. Because this is what you get away with, and there's no one to apprehend you or to stop you from doing what you have been doing. You would not be so comfortable with taking away the life of another individual if it isn't or wasn't something that you are intentionally trying to do or feel that you have done or have already mastered. I mean, there's no way, there's no more running away. Where are you going to run to? You never even started running in the first place because you've been trapped. Yeah, sure, you see some places to get out now and then, but overall, it's still all just a huge trap. So you're going to run from out of your house. You're going to run from out of your yard. You're going to run from out of your block. You're going to run from out of your community. And you're going to run into the streets with the people who are your problem as well. And forget all and don't forget all of these things that just adds into the problem of just trying to live. Because all of those frustrations add up too. All of those frustrations where you can't get your bills together, get anything else together. Now here's these gunshots all through the night. But yet here we are. We're talking. We're communicating. You're passing me by, I'm passing you by, you looking at me, I'm looking at you. So now what's the problem? Because this is not making any sense. So you're telling me the reason why you're doing all of this communicating with me because you want control of my life. People do take control of your head. Circumstances take control of your head. Outside influences take control of your head. Many things can take control of your head, but you can't allow any and everything to take control of your life. No. Because when I'm just sitting here fighting myself, it's not making any sense to me. Who am I fighting? Who am I talking to? Who am I dealing with? Who am I bending over backwards to get along with? Who is it? Why are we pretending to do this? What is this? Because no, you cannot take control of my life, violate me, and expect me not to retaliate. I'm sorry. Not to be upset. Retaliate is very strong because when you retaliate, you have a reason. In this instance, I do not know who you are. Of course, I can speculate. Like, who's the one person that did the worst thing to you in your life? That can be a shared answer. I'm going to take just a second. I think it's the highest violation you can do to a person. You're going to violate a person, and then you're going to make a person live by your rules, live by your demands. There's no way in the world that that can be fair. No, that's not fair. You can't sit here and say, well, no, you're going to live by my demands. I'm going to take your life from this point and I'm going to rule your life from here on out. And you are not entitled to respond. I'm not entitled to respond. You're just going to take over my life and that's it. Because I violated you. And because I violated you, I'm in charge of your life. And not one day are you going to have peace. Not one day. Not one day. I don't get it. What it is that what is you don't even know what it is that you want. What is it that you want? That's the tiresome part. Because you're being harassed to death by enemies who feel you do not have the same rights that they have. You do not have the right to live without fear. That's not fair. Because I violated you. And because I violated you, that gives me all the authority in this world to continue to violate you. We all have our own beliefs. Yeah, you believe in the police. You believe, yeah, you should have took that to the cops. Well, how you know I should have took it to the cops? Where were you? And if you think I should have took it to the cops, then you obviously believe it happened. You believe it happened, and you think I should take it to the police. But now, see, now it's gone on for so long that there's no way you're the only victim. Because now this other person who he may have not or who they may have not violated, they believe in them so much that they can't understand how could this person that they believe in violated you. There may be a reason you didn't feel violated. Because I'm talking to myself, because I'm fighting myself. And that's why I do not know who I am fighting. This person didn't violate you, so how could they be guilty of anything? Okay, they didn't violate you. Praise God. If you believe in God, be thankful. Because when you have to live, when someone violates your life, you have to wake up with that violation. That's your life sentence. And that's why that person is so bold, because they've been doing this all their lives. All your life, you've been violating someone else, and you have no regard for that person's life. None whatsoever. That's how you get maniacs. You're not gonna tell me that's not. That's how you get maniacs. People who've never been dealt with. You want to violate me, and then you want to violate me some more and some more. No, I have to wake up with me. And if I don't, I die with me. How can I not fight you back for me? Because if it's for anybody else, it has to be for me. So now we can't understand what's wrong with the environment. When you run around shooting and running all the animals and all the birds and just disturbing the peace, now you can't understand why can't you get anything right? Because you're not in an environment that's producing that's productive for you to get anything right. You're just living in constant fear. Fear of what? Living in constant fear of what? Why do you have the right to take my life? And why do you think it's okay? Why can you be that selfish? Because someone has been feeding you all your life. Someone has been feeding you all your life. So living doesn't mean that much to you. Because to you, living is having all these other things, these things that you have. Living is not about a fight to you. Living is not a fight to you because everything comes your way. You don't have to struggle or go out of your way for anything. And if you can just pick up a gun and handle your problems, and you 9 times out of 10, everything has been given to you. You've never had to fight a day in your life for anything because all it takes for you is to pick up a gun. You've never had to do anything fair and square because you can result to evil. Because you can result to evil is why you feel you have the right to take over somebody else's life and to take their life from them. And because you've been working so hard, you believe only in yourself. Every day is what are you going to do to this person who has allowed you to victimize them and victimize them and victimize them over and over again. You are a completely selfish person. Because someone fed you the ingredients of the beast. You don't have boundaries because you've been violating other people's lives the entire time. And now you have so much help because you didn't victimize this person that time. Because if you are what I think you are, you get tired. Because not everybody allow you to victimize them. So you may get one or two that didn't fight back because, well, you may have gotten all, you might have gotten whoever it is that didn't fight back. But you are not going to lie and say that you did not victimize a person when you did. And that's why you are resorting to violence, to taking another life, because you have been trained to victimize people, other people, for your own gratitude. Makes you feel big, proud. And you got somebody backing you, huh? But the truth of the matter is, if that person backing you feels you should take it to the police, then they believe themselves. And that person who thinks that it's a police matter, if you think the police should be involved, if you think the authorities should be involved, then make the initiation. Help a victim out. That's what a victim is. A victim needs help. A victim needs help. And if you know something and you didn't help that victim, you are just about as guilty as that person who committed the victimization. Because you know. And you know that person needs help, and you are deciding not to help that person for one selfish reason or another. Because this person has been so good to you. That's exactly why you feel that. It's okay. Let's make this person talk. Because they believe in you so much because you took a moment off and didn't victimize them. You know, a liar is short for words. A liar is going to just, a liar usually shuts up. It doesn't make sense for a liar to keep going on and on. But when you violate a person, that person fights for themselves. Because when they were violated, the only person who was there was them and that other person who was doing it at that specific time. I feel like if you believe in someone who victimizes people that much, then why don't you take the proper steps in helping that person who you're with? You're not going to tell me it's best for you to go and pick up a gun and start shooting. And it's not some strange person because you're fighting yourself as someone that you know. It's someone that knows that person that sent that person to you. It's just not some strange out of the blue situation all of a sudden. You just didn't appear and pop up out the blue and figure, oh, I'm gonna just go shooting today. I mean, unless you now you are a maniac, but yeah, we have different types of maniacs. We do have attention grabbers, but then you have those who have been built up and stimulated so much that they live in their own world. Victimizing someone is a practice. And because they never answer to anybody for the victimization, they don't answer to anybody, so they keep on and on. And before you know it, you're trapped. You're trapped. Because you allowed the person, first of all, when you are victimized, you allowed that person to run you out of your body. You allowed that person to eject your spirit. So now your body has no spirit and it is just now running and racing out of control because it is now being victimized. And you're searching for all of these answers. And you're searching and you're searching and you're searching away. And all of that searching is wasting time. Because the problem is right there with you. When the alien invasion happens, then you will know that's not you. If something like that were to occur. But in your house, in your yard, in your property, in your backyards, in your downtown, in your cities, that's you. That's all you. Because I first allowed you to victimize my body. And when I didn't know what to do, each moment made me weaker. Each moment I spent searching for what to do, I wasted time. Was there something to do? Fight for my life. Because if I don't get out of this, or if I do get out of this, it's me still. But somehow you got twisted and you feel like my life is your life. And I'm going to live under your rules. I'm going to live how you think that I should live. And honestly, you feel I shouldn't live at all. You feel that I don't have the right to live at all. This is truly how you feel. I do not have the right to live, and you do. You feel you have the right to live because you violated me first. Do we need to use the word first? Or should we just say because you violated me? And because I didn't take it to who you feel is the law, does not mean that I deserve a life sentence to live under your victimization. No, that's not right. That's very, very selfish. Very, very evil. I should live how you want me to live right now, or I do not get the chance to live at all. I should do what you want me to do with every moment of the day, or I do not live at all. No, that's wrong. That is not right. But you feel that you are right because you violated me. I should live how you feel that I should live for you. I really should just live for you. Because I gave you the right to violate me every day out of my life because you first violated me. And if I wanted to do something about it then, I should have done something about it then. I don't have the right to live my life. I don't have the right to live. Because my life belongs to you. And my life belongs to you because I allowed you to victimize me. I invited you. I allowed you to violate me. I allowed you to take my life. And the moment I allowed you to take my life, you took control of it. Now you feel you are in charge. Now you're in charge of this life. I should have fought. If I was going to do anything, I should have fought back then. But because I didn't fight back, but would you say I did not fight back? Would you honestly say I did not fight back when you know that I did? I didn't fight you back hard enough? I was different? I should have alerted the authorities? Why didn't I just handle the situation at that time? Did I not handle the situation? Because I didn't go to the police or go to the authorities? Does that mean I did not handle the situation? So then it's fair to ask, well, what did you want me to do? Or what do you want me to do? You want me to go to the authorities now? Who would be the authorities now? What am I going to say? Is it going to be the same thing that I would say during the time that I was victimized? I mean, does my story change shortly now? Is my story different now? Did you change in any way? You didn't have to you didn't have to change because you did what you wanted to do. You got what you wanted. I wanted to get out of the situation. I want to get out of the situation. But you want me but first you want me to live under your rules, your guidelines, how you think that I should live under your control. There's no need to go and get things to protect you because they're not going to be able to protect you because you're in charge of all of this. And don't there's no need to even be frightened of you because you are still the same way. So there's no need to be frightened. Frightened of what? You're exactly the same way. Well, of course you're much bolder now because you are now so stimulated in your abnormal behavior to where you feel it's okay. And there's no one to judge you, and there's no one that's going to judge you. It's perfectly all okay for you to take control of someone else's life and have them to live as you see and feel that they should live. They are not allowed to do anything outside of the ordinary. This is your life now. Sure, sure, it's a little selfish. It doesn't matter. Sure, it's a little selfish, but this is your life. Now, no one's going to take your life, but you are going to take others. You're going to take their life away from them, but no one is going to take your life. And because you have all these fans and all these followers, you feel a need to entertain. You feel a need to perhaps gloat And you have such a mainstream audience that no one can believe that you would ever victimize someone. No one can ever believe that because you didn't do that to them. It didn't happen to me. Well, you didn't walk and fall into that manhole either, but someone did walk and fall into that manhole. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. No, the police did not gang beat you, but they did gang beat someone else. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen because it didn't happen to you. No, you were never arrested, but someone else was arrested. That doesn't mean people didn't get don't get arrested. So if he didn't violate you, that doesn't mean he hadn't violated someone else. And the reason you believe him because he is a master of evil destruction because he can be so sure that there's no way out for you because he has blocked every entrance, doorway, and exit. No, he didn't violate you, obviously. But how can you say he has never violated anyone else or that person hasn't violated anyone else because it did not happen to you? I honestly think it's wonderful it didn't happen to you because sometimes the things that happen to us in life are so terrifying. And if a person has never harmed you, you wouldn't wish those things onto them. You want me to duck and crawl and beg you too because this life is your life. Isn't that selfish? So I don't have the right to wake up ever again. My. I do not have the right to ever see another day. That's the thing about life. Life is here to always just teach you. Because not in a million years would you think you would be able to talk and understand that your life has been taken away. You think that's like what? Past tense or what? Post tense or past tense? I can't really think thoroughly right now. But you want me to live in fear, and then you do what you want to do with your life. And doing what you do with your life means consuming my life. And I am not supposed to fight back. And because it didn't happen to you, it didn't happen to me. And because you are the victimizer, you feel it's okay for you to control your victim forever. That's a very, very harsh life sentence. I don't have the right to ever wake up another day. And I did nothing absolutely to you other than befriend you or know you. And I do not have the right to live. I don't have the right to live. You have all the rights. As a Christian woman, I don't have the right to what I believe, peace and prosperity and all these things of the good book that God has promised that if you do his will and his way, that he will send you these tons and tons of blessings. I don't have the right to believe that. I don't have the right to get away with my life because I didn't go to the police or go to the authorities. But I do have the right to live a life sentence and to be under your victimization and for you to just do whatever you want to do to me when you want to do it. And I do not have the right to fight back. And as all of this is going on, I'm just truly just fighting myself. All of this time, I'm just truly fighting what's in me outwardly. And is this the reason why I'm still fighting? Because it's like I'm fighting air. Because you have consumed my atmosphere to where you believe I should breathe you and do you. I don't have the right to a life. You have all the rights to my life. And that's it. There's nothing to discuss, nothing to talk about. That's just the way it is, and that's just the way it's gonna be. You're just in control of everything here. Because you're on top of things. This is something that you created. This is a world that you created. Doesn't matter if you are concerned with taking my life out of this world because you feel this is your world. I sleep when you say sleep. I eat when you say eat. I work when you say work. I lay down when you say lay down. But what's worse is I do not have the right to ever live again. That's when life shows you and teaches you all of these little hidden back doors. You're gonna be amazed because you took my life from me. And you don't want to give me my life back because you feel my life now belongs to you because you were able to victimize me and I did not fight back. And you have all these friends that are with you that can attest to the fact that you did not do anything to them. It's just you. That moment when I allowed you to take my life, you feel that I should have fought back harder. I should have had something there to restrain you from taking my life from me. I should have had a friend, right? I should have had a friend. At least by now, I should have had a friend that could have helped me. But everyone came and ran to your side, right? So that wasn't going to work. I should have just stayed with the situation. I should have just gone along with what you wanted, and there would have been no problems. But because I wanted to live and because I fought you back, you are going to take my life from me. Now that you're on top of this, top of everything, nobody can really touch you or bother you or make any demands of you because, hey, I allowed you to get away. And it didn't happen to me, so it couldn't have happened to her. And no, you do not have the right to wake up. No, that used to be a wonderful memory. But as far as life going back to being oblivious to its harms, no, you that's forever gone. You will never know again what it is to live without being aware that you are in danger or in harm's way. You will never know again what that feels like. Now I know that sounds very selfish, but you are never going to know this ever again. You can fight, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You do not have the right to wake up and enjoy this life. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. And when you calm down a little, I'm going to stress to you where you are. You are not allowed to live. Now, I don't know where we are getting confused at. No, I will not allow you the same liberties that I have. No. I'm just sorry. I don't know any other way to break this news to you. Now you've gone along with it this long. Continue to go along with it a bit further, a bit further, and a bit further because I am not going to change. I never had a reason to change. No one ever suggested I change. Can't you see no one ever suggested I change? No one. And that's why I am the way I am now. Now, I love those who love me, but your life belongs to me. Does not matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what it takes. Your life belongs to me at this very second. Do not get it confused. I don't want you to get this confused. Now, do not get confused. Listen, do not get confused with this. Now, I got away with it the first time. I got away with it the second time. I am getting away with it now. Now, whatever part you do not understand is your problem. And there's no need to go searching and looking for little things to protect you. Because all of those things will have to run to you to protect it or them. Now, listen to me clearly. Do as I say, do, and you will never live again. Now, those are very clear instructions. I am not going to allow you to live. Now, somewhere you're not hearing me and you're not understanding me. I do this for a living. Do not get any ideas. Now you've gone along with it this far. Continue to go along with it. Now I know it sounds a little selfish, but trust me, you will never live again. I'm just simply not going to allow it. I am not going to allow it. Now, when you had the chance to go to the authorities, you should have gone, but you did not go. Your life has always belonged to me. And how dare you attempt to fight for your life? How dare you? So what? I abused you. So what? I just cannot deal with the fact that you want to say this person did something to you when I know they did not do anything to you because I know who you are. I know all about you. I know all of the little things that you do and all of the little things that you get into. This person did not do anything to you. And as far as I am concerned, if this person did something to you, you should have gone to the authorities. And if you do not listen to me, I will now at this moment make you listen to me. I am in charge of your life. What I want to do with your life is what I want to do. You do not have the right to intervene with what I say that I'm going to do with your life. You do not have the right to try and protect your life. No. Now, I know that sounds a tad bit selfish. Maybe it sounds very selfish. Maybe it sounds so selfish that you are never going to ever forgive me, ever. But it is what it is. You should have dealt with me when you had the moment to deal with me. But at this moment, I am in charge of your life, and don't you step out of line again. I made you do it. I made you do that. I made you. Now, I know you hear my gunshots, and I don't want you to be alarmed. It's a part of who I am. This is how I handle my business. Now, don't be alarmed when I begin shooting up the place, because I'm handling my business. And you are my business. And if you step out of line, I will deal with you. Now, when I say sleep, you sleep. When I say wake up, you wake up. When I say work, you work. When I say take a break, you take a break. Now, as long as you listen to me, everything is going to be just fine. Now, listen, you do not have any help in this. If I have to come through the floor, I will. If I have to bust through the doors, I will. If I have to do the unspeakable, I will. Your life now belongs to me. Now, I'm not trying to be my character. I have a character named Zumba. And the reason why Zumba is so powerful is because Zumba has to deal with sinners. This is Zumba's life work. And his power comes from working and working and working and working. The more he works, the stronger he becomes and the less tolerant he is. I'm not trying to be Zumba. But first of all, Zumba is such a huge figure that Zumba can only be some type of man-made mammoth. I don't want to ever be that big. I don't like to be big, but if I am big, I have to deal with it like the body you're in. Love it. But I'm not trying to be Zumba. I'm not trying to work and work to where I do not have the patience for people of any sort at any time. To where whatever I decide at that moment happens to you in disregard. Does not even matter what you're here for. No, I did not create a compassionate character. And I'm not here to be that compassionate either, because I don't want to be consumed. I don't want to be consumed. You have to fight for your life at some point. And when you're fighting yourself, it's extra exhausting because you are fighting inward. You're fighting something that you really can't even see. That's transfluent, transparent. You see it, but then you don't see it. You kind of created it, but you didn't create it. You don't know where it's coming from, but it's here. And you want to lash out and you want to fight it, but it just keeps coming back and coming back. And the worst of it all, you don't know what it's here for. What do you want? Because I can't understand this. If you are a guilty person and you committed this crime against another human being, what are you holding on to? Do you need a jail cell? Turn yourself in. You guys, have you never done that? You've never turned yourself in? Is there no such thing as you turning yourself in? Okay, so you want me to turn you in to the authorities. Okay. And I'm supposed to tell them exactly what? Exactly what happened that time? Right? I mean, if it's the same story, what changed? Or is it the fact that It's the weirdest fight. You violate me, you take me, you strip me, now you have possession of me, and I'm not supposed to fight for my life. Wow. Because you know you're guilty, right? But you being guilty doesn't mean anything, does it? Because how many people are just guilty on a given day, right? But the problem is you are still feeling like someone is attempting to live. Someone is attempting to live, and you can't have that. You can't have it because it makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel uncomfortable seeing me go on without you. That makes you uncomfortable. I just should have fought back a little harder. I should have proved to you at the time that I did not like what you did to me. And it's not right that I can go on after what you've done to me. That's not right. And I suggest you give it all you got because I'm coming for your blood. And if I haven't given up this far, what is it going to take to get through to you that I am not giving up? Whatever it takes for me to keep you, I am going to do that. Even if it means to continue to consume and devour your life. Even if it means you never wake up another day in this world. I'm just not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. No, I refuse to stop. Because I took your life. And it means exactly what it means. I took your life. It belongs to me. And I don't care how selfish it sounds. Your life belongs to me. Now you need to figure that you need to get with that. You need to understand that a little bit more clear. There's something here you're missing the point somewhere. Somewhere you're not understanding all of this, and I don't know what it takes to make you understand this. You are not getting the point here. You're not. There's no way that you're getting the point. You're not getting the point. Now, if you want to run out of your house, run out of your house. If you want to leave, leave. But wherever you are, you belong to me. Did I put hands on you before? Did I change? You damn right. I am bloodthirsty. And whatever it takes, you belong to me. And if you forget it, I'll put you back in line. I just don't understand what part you're not getting. This is like really weird. This is the part that I don't. What part don't you understand? Isn't this like clear? Is this not clear at all? You don't. You belong to me. Listen, now I'm trying to get in there myself. But if I have to send someone after you, someone that you know, trust me, they'll do the job for me. So by you running out and running all into the streets with them, you're just running. You're just going in circles because the problem is right there with you. Do you kind of like not get it? You want me to put a face on this, and I will because I'm trying because I am. I've already robbed you. I've already violated you. I'll put a little face on it for you, but I am still the same person. I just cannot believe you do not. You don't understand. How dare you try to live? How dare you? There was reasons why I didn't bother this person because you know what? They're a little bit easier to deal with than you are. What you jumping around for? Sit still. Sit still. Sit still. What is? Whew, I don't get it. What are you trying to get away? Wait a minute. You can't actually be trying to get away, are you? That can't be, is it? Are you trying to get away? Now listen, I understand I did something to you that hurt you beyond anything you probably would have ever imagined. But get over it. I am here to do the same exact thing again. So get over it, grow up, and understand these laws. I understand you understand all of these other laws that are out there. Understand these laws that I'm putting on to you. Isn't this the real laws? Isn't this what's up? You belong to me. You you're mixing up and you're jumping up and you're parading and protesting and doing all of these things, but you belong to me. Sure, you tried to go some places or two, but hey, you're right back here where you started from, if not further behind. You're right here with me, Marie. I say it all the time. Come on now, I say it all the time. Like, thanks for tuning in. You're here with me, Marie. You're not getting it. You're just not getting the point here. There's no way for you to run. Can I ask you who in the world are you going to go to? Who can help you? You're right back to me. You're just going in all these circles. I'm going to still be here. Yeah, I think I want to know how you feel about that, but I don't care how you feel about that. But I am still going to be here. You had your chance. No, this is not a Billy Knight uh, farewell speech. I just do what I do and how I do it. No shame in my game. I'm gonna wait this out right along with you. Oh, what point are you not getting here? Your life belongs to me. Now I've tried to work this out with you. No, I'm lying. I have never tried to work this out with you because I am in control and I am the one who says what goes and what doesn't. Now I can write down or it can be written a million places, but we know what goes is what I say go. Now I see you running around and twitching and stretching and dressing this way and dressing that way, but I have no plans of letting you go. Besides, where you gonna go to? Me? You coming right back to me? Yeah, you've been running. You've been running, but you ran right back to me. Did very good. Now, don't get me wrong. You did very good. I like you too. I like you a lot. So I'm just glad we see things eye to eye, because I just have to be honest. You can't live. You cannot live. I will not allow you to live. And this is how we are going to live until I say no more. Now remember, I have the gun. Now, I don't want you making all those false moves you've been making, and I want you to keep this as hush hush as possible. This is between all of us. Because if I'm the law, everyone needs to understand how the law goes. Now, I violated you and I took something from you, and the way I did it, I do not regret doing it. I have not changed, and I will not change. And whatever I have to prove and do to get this through to you, it's done. It's your fault for being superficial. Because what's real is what's now. All of that searching you've been doing and wasting all of this time, what matters is now. And what will always matter is now. You need to understand that and get that clear. You can disengage at any time to learn that. Now, if you want to travel back 1,000,000 years, 1,000 years, 100 years, even 50 years, what matters is now. Always has been, always will be. Now, I can comfort you with some sugar coated words, and I can publish it and stack it in every bookstore there is. But when it's time for you to understand when I'm talking to you now, not later. There's nothing sweet in this. Now. I've lived this long doing what I do. Now, if you feel violated, I'm sorry. That's your damn problem. That's your damn problem if you feel violated. If you feel I took something from you, that's your problem. If you feel I stole something from you, that is your problem. But you are going to say how you are going to live. How I say you are going to live right here and right now. And anytime you step out of line, I will be there to put you right back in line. I keep you. I keep you. Now, if a gun wasn't possible or needed, they wouldn't be here. But I need my guns for people like you. Keep you in line. And if I got it for people, I got it for animals, I got it for everything else. Because nothing is going to stop me from having you. Because you belong to me. If I ever catch you stepping out of line, because you don't understand who I am. I am in control of all of this. Once you allow me to control you, I am in charge. I have your permission. I have your permission. Did I change? Come on now. Did I change? I didn't change. Now you may have been around here calling yourself you changed this and you changed that. But I have not changed. I refuse to change. I have no reason to change. For what? I'm in control. You step to my beat. I control your words. I control your head. I teach you. You live off my words. No, I am not about to let you go. No way, no how. It ain't ever gonna happen. If I sound bloodthirsty, so be it. You belong to me. And look at all the power I have. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. You don't see me, you feel me, you think me, you talk me. Do you see me? I'm behind your back. Oh, I'm coming after you. I've came after you. I will never stop coming for you. Never. Yeah, this is hilarious. You don't understand sign language or something? You belong to me. When I say work, you work. When I say sleep, you sleep. When I say get up, You get up. When I say spread them, you spread them. And don't make me angry about this. Do not make me angry about what I'm telling you. Now, I might give you some time. I'm not sure. But your days are getting short. And I know you. I know you very well. And whatever I have to do to you, you know me very well too. So I don't know if you call this a standoff or if you call it because now you look to be a little defenseless to me. You know, you look a little defenseless. Let's just be honest here. You know. Whew. Thank God, right? Mm. You look a little defenseless. Let's just be real here. You know, and you're not completely packed. I mean, because you know what we talking about. You're not completely packed for war. You know what I mean? You're not completely packed for war. So why don't you just see things my way and give up? But see, what has me so troubled is that I need to control you. I don't mean to frighten you, and I don't mean to scare you, but I am who I am. I have to have your life. I don't mean any harm to you, sweetheart. I got to have your life. This is what I need. I just need you to understand that. I just need you to be with me and just to listen, just to understand how I feel about all of this. I don't know, our next move, but stick with me. Stick with me. We're gonna get through this. Don't worry. We're gonna get through this. Play one of those little songs you like to play. Play one of those little songs that you like. Find a little doozy there. Find that little Philly crew thing you like to play. That one used to make you feel perfect. Play that little tune there. Yeah, play that right there. Yeah, there you go. You like that? Yeah, you love that. You do such a wonderful little job with that. I love that. That was just wonderful. I mean, you should have. Don't you have a little applause button for that? You should have had a little applause for that. I love that little song you played there. But let's get back to business here. When are you gonna give up? It is of urgent nature that you give up. Now, I really just need you to give up. Give up, sweetheart. Now, I took your life. What are you fighting for? What? Did anybody come to save you? No, no. I'm being straight up. Did anybody come to save you? So why are we going through all of this? Now, when you were supposed to go to the authorities, you did not go. You ran home. If someone did what you said I did to you, I would have went to the police or to some higher authority right then and there. And I'm not sorry because you belong to me. Now, you may feel like I violated you, but how can you tell a person that what they do? So you don't understand. This is what I do. Now, I didn't do it to that person, but it still doesn't mean that this is what not what I do. This is what I do. Now, you accepted it then, didn't you? Yes. Well, you accepted it. Yeah, you accepted it. Yes. I'm not saying because no one came to help you that you accepted it. No one came to help you, sweetheart. Now it is what it is afterwards. Now you placed me in charge. And I have to do what I do. You know there's no mercy here. Now we all know that there is absolutely no mercy here. None. Zip. There is no mercy here. None. I don't know if you're confused. I don't know what it is. I don't know who can have you confused. I really don't. But there is no mercy here. Have I ever had mercy for you? Be honest. Have I ever had mercy for you? Never. And I never will. Because this is who I am. And you just do not understand this. I can't get you. And that's why you're spending all your time fighting me, yourself. I don't want you to even get confused. I'm not going to lead you on. No, I do not love you. No, this is not about love. This is about control. Now, I might give you a moment. I'm not sure. All I can tell you is do what you have to do. There's no mercy here. I'm not giving up. I never gave up. And I'm not about to give up now. I don't know how much longer you have. I don't care. Well, let's get that straight too now. I absolutely do not care. And whatever I have to do to you, I will do it. Now, haven't I done that to you before? And I don't see anything I took from you. You don't have any witnesses that I took something from you. I don't know how much time I can give you because I want you now. Don't confuse this with Billy Knight because I am not giving up. When you chose not to fight me back, when you chose not to go to the authorities, when you chose not to call the police, When you chose to run home, you gave me the authority over your life. When you were not able to take matters into your own hands, you gave me authority over your life. You voted me in. Ah, see how smooth I am? Got me a perfect, nice, comfortable seat. And I'm not about to give you back your life. Not now. I've been fighting this for so long. Now I hate to break your heart because you may have expected something of me. I'm sure you did expect something of me. But all I can be is what I am. And you can't understand that. All I can be is what I am. I have no need to change because if I were going to change, it would have been done. Now stop fooling yourself. Stop fooling yourself out of your life. You're not living and you're not going to live. And I mean this. Now everybody's running out of their bodies and going this way and that way, but when you come back, you're still coming right back to me. I'm coming out of you. So where are you going? You don't want to face the fact that I control you? You don't want to face the fact? I didn't say like the opportunity, the option, the feature, these little things that you can choose. You do not want to face the fact that I control you? I control you. So now you so upset, you running, jumping on YouTube to tell everybody what everybody already know. I control you. You out your body. Your spirit is wandering. You out your mind. Why? Because I control you. You can try. You can definitely try. You can try to get away, but listen here. I will never stop thinking about you. I will never forget you. So what's the purpose? What is the purpose? Give up. Give up now. And you're such a wonderful blessing. But all of that is over with. All of that nonsense can't even help you. And look how much time you've spent on it. running back and forth from the facts, running back and forth from the truth. I am in charge of you. So, what is it that you are fighting? Why don't you turn around? You know why you don't want to turn around? Because that's a whole lot more dangerous than going forward. Because if you turn around, you're going to see you and you're going to see exactly what you're fighting. And it's the truth. If someone doesn't know you exist, how can they come after you? You are fighting you. I don't have to tell you how much I dislike you or am displeased with you. You know this. What do I have to tell you? What? Oh, because you think, huh. Well, I don't even know how to say that. I I don't understand because of how I am talking to you. Just understand that I am and you are not. That's the bottom line. I am and you're not. And that's the problem. Now I control you. No, I just don't feel like fussing over this again. I know you don't want to go. I don't want you to go. I'm going to allow you to use the bathroom. I don't think I'm going to allow you to hang up because I have something against you. I have something against you and I am not going to ever let it go. I know it sounds like I hate you. I know the gunshots and me shooting at you and stuff when you turn your back and stuff. I know that sounds like I hate you and shit. But sweetheart, don't worry. Now I am here to harm you. Yes, you know that. You know that. You're not doubting that for one moment, are you? I am here to take your life. You know that too. You know that very, very well. Now you got some work to do, but I do not like for you to work on anything at all. Now let's just be honest about that. Now I've been trying to get that through to you, but you just won't listen. You work for me. I don't want you to forget that. I just can't understand. You work for me. Don't you ever forget that part of life. Now, I just can't bear to let you go. Now, I've done some very bad things. I've done some horrible things that I just can't deal with. But they don't have to be dealt with because I am. Now I may have my flaws. I may have never actually worked with you a day in my life. I may have never ever one day gave you one moment of happiness. But I am sure you agreed that I deserve to be in charge of you, right? Come on. I deserve you. And there's nobody that's going to tell you that they do not feel the same way that I feel. Had you gone to the authorities when you should have, your life would be totally different right now. First of all, everybody would know who you are. At least everybody here. And everybody would sort of have already made up their mind that hmm you're a little bit questionable by now. You should have just had gone along with the plan like I told you to. But you wanted to be free. You wanted to be free. You know I'm not having that. That is not allowed. And you know that. I'm going to give you some time to figure out what you want to do, but I'm not going to let you wake up. I'm not going to let you live. And I'm never going to change. And I will never be wrong. Now, I want what I want, and whatever it takes to get what I want is done. Now, if I have to run you out of your body, like I have been doing, I will. If your spirit has to go searching for a new home, it shall. Because I am not giving up on you, and all I ask of you is to give up. And now that I see that you're not ever going to give up, I'm going to fight you with everything I have. Because I have power. I have the gun. I have the bullet. I have your life. I don't mean to sound selfish, but I am. Now I know you've been running. I've been watching you run all over the place there. But you ran right back to me. Now I don't know if you got some kind of secret on me, but you know that I am a man. Now, I don't know what secret you think I'm trying to hide, but I have no secrets. What I have is your life. Now, I don't mean to frighten you. Now, I don't mean to take you into a deep, dark place you might not see the light of day again. But you need to understand where I stand. You gave me your life, and I have it. And for the record, I don't have any secrets. I put all of me on the table that day when I violated you. You know all there is to know about me and who I am and the type of person I am. You know my characteristics. You know what I will do. And I did not change stripes. I did not change colors. I am who I am yesterday. I am that same person today. I am that person now. Now you came to me. I let you go. And you came right back. Went out there running around. Took me a lot of time and work to figure out how to block you and to stop you in your tracks. You know all that work I've done? And you might want to call me every name in the book. But I am still that same man. And don't you ever forget it. Now, you belong to me. I'm going to give you a moment. But a moment may be your last moment. May be the last moment you take. I'm never giving up. And I don't care how selfish I am. You knew I was selfish from the beginning. And you still here. And you still come back. So whose fault is it really that you came into my trap? But you want to say that it's my fault that you came into my trap? You willingly got up and walked into my trap, but you want to say it's my fault that you got caught in my trap? No. I gave you time, and you took it and you ran all over the place with it, only to come right back to me. Now, how bad of a person can I be if you come right back to me? Come on, let's get some understanding here. How bad of a person can I actually be if you come right back to me? I can't be that bad. And I gave you chance after chance, but you denied every moment I gave you. You took it all to play with. Like I'm not a man. Well, am I a man, baby? I see you crying. I see you switching and twitching and running and trying to get away. Your life belongs to me, and that is all I have to say. This is not a Billy Knight video. I'm sorry, podcast or audio or anything. This is not any kind of message left behind. This message is exactly between who it is to be between. You went all over the place and you came right back to me. I saw you strutting around out there like a little loose tramp. I saw you the whole time. Didn't I ask you to be mine? But you left. I will do what I have to do to be with you. I've had enough of this. You need me to send you somebody? Because I will. From this man to that man. Knew I wanted you. And I sent you a personal invitation. And now it's personal. You had your chance to go to the authorities. And you had your chance to go to the police. Now I am in charge. Happy and smiling. The fuck you got to be so happy about? And here I am sitting here thinking about you. If it's the last thing I do on earth, I will have you. You need to feed my babies and stuff, and you just run around like a little tramp. All my other ladies do like they supposed to do. What's wrong with this one? What's wrong? What's wrong with this one? We got to get this one. We really do. But she believes in all this God and all this stuff. We got to really we we got to get this one, man. I don't care if we can just drive her crazy. We can all just drive her crazy. None of us have to make any sense whatsoever. None of us. We don't have to make any sense. Cause we gonna get you. Don't you ever forget it. You knew I wanted you. You knew this. There's no way you didn't know I want you. Know this. Don't you make a move. She had plenty of time. She had time to call the authorities and to call the police, and she did not. She has no witnesses. These are all my people on my side. I sit here. I am in charge. Just running all over the place. And I called you. And you didn't come. And don't you ever forget I will do do what I have to do to have you. Don't you ever forget, if you ever forget that, it'll be your last breath. You belong to me.